Woohoo! It's Dragon Age time. Just wait for Twitch to confirm that everything is good, as usual. This is my second stream of playing Dragon Age Inquisition, but it's like my 5th or my 6th time of playing the game. But yeah, it was really fun last week. We made an Inquisitor, and we got to Haven, and we are now in the Hinterlands, and we finished off the last stream with us all being about to go and visit Dennet and see about getting some horses. Getting some horses for the Inquisition. So that's what we're going to start off with, and we'll see where we where events lead us. So, stream health is okay. Let's start. Yes, horses. Hi Phil, good to see you. Have you had a good weekend? Got all these cables tangled up today, so I apologise if I'm sort of faffing about a bit. Rogues deal massive damage. Let's go. Let's go and see Alora. Ooh, it's snowing where you are as well. Yeah, it's been snowing here as well. Although it stopped snowing, but it was snowing earlier, and it's, yes, not a fan of the snow. But it will be gone soon, I hope. Right, here we are. Where am I off to? That's the camp. I got all disoriented. Let's go see Dennet. Speak with Dennet. Ooh, looks like there's a rift over there.
This must be Master Dennet.
Yes. Ooh, when the compass pulses, press L3 to search. Let's do that.
We should search the area.
We should, Cassandra. That's a good plan. Assuming it's through the door.
So you're the Inquisition, eh?
Oh.
Here you're trying to bring order back.
Master Dennet
Watch
speaking
yourself,
to us, but we're
Inquisition.
not here.
It's ugly out there. Name's Dennet. I served Arleman for 30 years as horsemaster. I hear your Inquisition is looking for mounts.
We are. That's right.
It is. Can you help us?
Not at the moment. I can't just send 100 of the finest horses in Ferelden down the road like you send a letter.
Why
Every
not?
bandit between here and Haven would be on them like flies on crap. You'll have mounts once I know they won't end up as a cold winter's breakfast.
If you have a problem with me personally, I'd like to know about it.
What? This because I called you a Haller rider? Those Haller are damn majestic beasts. I'll give my right arm to ride one. My wife Elena manages the farms and Bron's in charge of my guards. They'll tell you what they need. Until then, you deserve something better than whatever knock-kneed plow neg they gave you. The chestnut over there is a purebred Ferelden Forder. Take care of him, and he'll take care of you, Inquisition.
Cheers. Glad it's warmer looking in Dragon Age. Yep. The Hinterlands look. There we go. We got the thing. Bottles of Thedas. An Orlesian liquor for the daring or those who wish to seem so, said to enhance sensation, and at the bottom an erotically carved peach pit. The design is plain, but the bottler assures that the act of carving was scandalous. Right. So, unsurprisingly, we have to do a bunch of stuff before we can get these horses. Mount the horse at the stables. Let's do that and then we can do all these other tasks. Mount. There we go. We're on a horse. Oh gosh. L3 to gallop. Look at me on a horse. Now I need to go and talk to...
Fancy trying out one of my courses?
Oh dear. Well, it's only one horse though. We've got one horse, but we need to get more for the Inquisition. Explain these races.
What kind of racing are you talking about?
I set up a course over there with stakes in the ground. It's too narrow to race directly, so I time it with a sandglass. You try to ride the course before I call time.
I'll give it a try.
I'll try one of your courses.
Wonderful. Get your horse and I'll set up the stakes. You make time. I'll throw in some of the dress money Father gave me. Consider it a donation to the Inquisition.
Is everything okay for you with the sound? Is the audio okay? Because it sounds a little quiet to me. That's not my horse. Is that my... Right, so... Yep, a time trial. I didn't mean to do that. Apologies. Did I just attack the horse? Apparently so. Ask Sienna to set up the course. Sound and vision is good here.
The last
Cool.
course is still set, if you'd like to try again.
I would love to. There we go. As far as I remember, this is the course. Your blades are about large enough when you switch. Okay. Are we glitching again? Because surely... Ask Sienna to set up the course. But I did.
The last course is still set, if you'd like to try again.
I would. Thank you. Okay, here we go. Let's see if I can do this. Oops. Ah, I've got all turned about. Report back. Ooh. Ooh, that's cool. Right. Horse looks great. What's she called? I don't know. What should we call her? I've never named the horse before.
Nicely done.
Thank you.
Fancy another race?
No, thank you.
I'll speak with you later.
Took me long enough just to work out how to do the first one. We need to talk to Elena. And we need to talk to Bronn so that we can get more horses.
I heard what my man said. If you want our horses, then we need our farmers back safe in their fields. Since the breach appeared, the wolves have gone mad. They come after our men like beasts with the water sickness. You deal with the wolves, and our farmers will be safe again.
Tell me about these wolves.
How are these wolves acting differently from normal?
Normal wolves go after livestock, but come at them with a torch and a blade and they run. These beasts, though, it's like darkspawn during the Blight, or when the dead rose to attack us. They're possessed, or something like it. I've lost too many men to the beasts. I won't endanger more.
Okay, we have another quest.
Good day to you.
Deal with the wolves. Let's get this elf root since we're here. Now let's have a look at this question mark. I haven't got that yet. Ooh, loot. One.
The Master doesn't want me handing those refugees weapons until they've got any hope of defending themselves. If you put up a few watchtowers, we'd all have more warning before the next attack.
You said you had a way to help the refugees.
I do. There are too many hills in these parts, good places for raiders and bandits to gather. I've marked good spots on the map. You set up watchtowers there, I'll talk to the Master and get your people weapons.
Okay.
Farewell.
So we got to do those things. How about Harmony? Sure, let's go with Harmony. Harmony, Allura and Harmony. Let's look at the map. Right. So we got the watchtowers and we've got the wolves. So let's do the wolves first, since we're here. Hang on a sec. A new save game, just in case, since it's a second stream. What I could do is... let's ride a horse for a bit. Oh no. Let's get these horses. Oh, I'm about to jump down a waterfall. Dismount so I can attack these wolves.
These must be the wolves Master Dennett's wife warned us about.
Let's do this. Yes, it's very convenient when the horse responds to a whistle.
I hear reconstruction is progressing well in Kirkwall.
I know things are bad there.
I wasn't trying to...
You weren't trying to remind me how bad it is in Kirkwall, so you decided to talk about it?
About its recovery.
What you're talking about are the buildings, and even that will take years. People don't recover so easily.
Let's go into this cave.
That cave could be the lair of our strange wolves.
And let's go get them. Oh, there's one.
A demon!
What's the green lizard thing? It's a demon of some sort.
With the demon dead, the farmers should be safe from the wolves.
I guess.
I expect the wolves are also pleased to be freed from the demon's control.
Yeah, I guess it's what was controlling the wolves and making them all difficult. Let's get this loot and then we can tell Elena that we've been so successful. Ooh. Crystal Grace, don't mind if I do. Onyx, oops. Onyx. Right, so we could do the watchtower since we're here. Yeah, I'm glad it wasn't the wolf's fault, really. Yeah, it's true. They were just under control. Right. Watchtowers. Oh dear, there's several. I could do a big circle. We went round here. And then this one. And then this one. Let's do that. Save. So, looks like we're going this way. If we can. Yeah, there's a lot to do on that map. So we're gonna take all day. No. It's only the really important stuff that we need to do. Otherwise we'll just be here for ever. Do sort of main quest stuff and then a few fun looking tasks. We'll see how we go. Could be on a horse right now, but I don't know. I'm gonna get so lost. Oh, hello. You look interesting. I don't want to kill you, so I'll leave you be. Oh. I would be on a horse. Yeah. It's funny, I always get the horse and then I never really remember to use the horse. Because I always end up picking up stuff as I go. Oh, I can hear something happening. Yes, that's true, they'll get very behind. Let's go. Oh, I'll go after you.
One down.
That didn't take long. It's always good. Now we want to claim this land. Another stanza, which I won't read the whole of. Oh, more. There we go. Yeah, I always feel like it is a bit strange that there's only one horse. Because it just means that everybody else disappears until you get off the horse and then they're just magically there with you. Shall we claim this since we're here? Claim. I would like to claim this. The 5th stanza, we're doing the stanzas backwards. They must have horses too, we just don't see them. I hope so. Otherwise it's not very nice for them to just have to follow the Inquisitor around on a horse. Go and see what that exclamation mark is, unless it's an inconvenient place. Looks like it's up. Maybe I'll leave that exclamation mark. Although I do have to go this way. Let's just continue going this way and we will see. The West Road.
Get ready!
Right. Oh, there's a... Let's see what we have. Just see what this task is. Shard. Could get the shard. Just walk through the trees and hope for the best. Ah, it's up there. There's the shard. Don't mind looking. Yes, there you go. You can look after Harmony while I just walk around the hinterland. We have a watchtower location marked. Now let's pick the next one to go for. So we were going to do this one next. On the way, we have another shard, a rift, and a Templar camp. Looks like we might be doing a whole bunch of things on our way to this watchtower. Right. Jump. Doot. And then follow my companions. Yeah, I might as well do them as well while we're passing. Save us going round in circles, I guess.
Mages and Templars fighting everywhere. Great job, Blondie.
Oh, there's a fire. Cassandra, I was just going up to that one. I am quite enjoying being a rogue. The only problem is because I'm not ranged. I have to, like, chase them down. So it's just more running around. But it's quite nice to not be a spellcaster for a bit. I've been forgetting to use my rogue ability to, like, stealth up to them though, so I should start doing that, I think. Taken me a little bit of time to get used to the controller again. After all that time on Tomb Raider. Yeah, exactly. Going to be right in the middle of all the action, whether I want to be or not. Right, this way. Gosh, there's so many of them. Oh, I should rogue it up. Nope, that's not it. It's... Yeah, I'm used to only playing one game at a time. So it is true, I am not thinking in Dragon Age when I'm playing Dragon Age, which is not ideal, but Cassandra's done it again. But I'll remember everything. I'll get back into the habit after about half an hour or so. Oh, it is half an hour. After about an hour or so. I'm gonna get me some loot. Right, now I can rogue it up. There we go. That's what I should have been doing all along. I'm dead. I'll remind you this is Dragon Age. if you start trying to fire rope arrows to climb up something. I wouldn't put it past me. Let's be soulless. There you go, I'm a mage now. So yeah, this is what being a mage looks like. Lots of standing. Shall I go and let's wake the Inquisitor. Yeah, you can. It does it automatically when the character you're playing dies, or you can just decide to be somebody. Because sometimes you need to do things that require a particular skill. Like sometimes you need a rogue to open doors, and sometimes you need like a mage to light fires and stuff. Yep, I can be a mage anytime I want, but I want to be my nice rogue Laura. Ooh, what's over here? Anything interesting? Nope. Just a camp. And another. What have we got? Ooh, a bridge. Let's cross the actual bridge. Ah, looks like that's... I need to get up there. Can I get up there? Is this a way up? It is a way up. Let's see if this works. Yes. Good. We got it. So now let's go back to the map. It looks like I'm misdoing that. So of course I can fast travel to there, so I might as well do that instead of us going all around. So let's travel to that camp. Maybe get some rest, since I just died. Inspect the requisitions. Let's see if I've got... Nope, I haven't got enough stuff. So it looks like we're going in this direction. Ooh. Let's read this. A heartfelt request. Lost. Prize-winning Druffy. Ran when demons attacked. Last seen down in the gully. Reward if found and returned to Farmstead. A note posted on a public board with a simple map showing the general location of the Druffalo and where to return her. I'm carrying all those standards you are planting and handing them to you when you need them. Thank you. Let's have a look. The Tevinter Imperium. For good or ill, the Imperium has put its stamp on Thedas forever. The old Imperial Highway is still in use across most of Thedas. The ruins of Tevinter fortresses and centres of magical study still litter our landscape long after the glory of the Imperium dimmed. But the influence of that ancient empire goes deeper than this. Without Tevinter, there would have been no blights, no Andraste, no chantry. Every aspect of our world would be altered. Oh gosh, this is longer than I thought. But we started, so I'll finish. The might and majesty of the Imperium may have faded, but it still makes its presence known, even in the most distant corners of Thedas. Every child has been brought up on stories of Tevinter as it is now, a decadent nation, ruled by the Archon and his court of magisters, great and no doubt corrupt mage lords, their chantry a mockery of our own, their black divine a man chosen from the ranks of the Minrathous circle of Magi, the Maker's most hallowed law. Magic exists to serve man and never to rule over him, perverted. Mages in the Imperium say their most sacred duty is to serve man, and they serve best by wielding political power. And the worst, that which blessed Andraste must weep to see, all of it is built on a foundation of slavery. While most nations forbid the buying and selling of slaves within their own borders, nearly everyone ships people to the Imperium for sale, skirting the prohibitions against such atrocities and feeding the Imperium's endless hunger for bodies, to fight the Kunari, to work the mines and quarries, to build the palaces of the magisters, to sweep the crumbling streets and turn the middens and serve at the whim of their mage overseers. From Black City, Black Divine, a study of the Tevinter Imperium by Sister Petrine, Chantry Scholar. Sorry, I didn't realise that would be so long a read, but at least we know some stuff about Tevinter. So that's got to be good. Anything else I can pick up in here? Nope. There's a rift over there. Can I jump over the fence? These demons to close rift. I didn't rogue it up. I forgot again. Whoops. Wave. Let's go to this one. I'll disrupt the rift. Again. Let's do this. Now I'm in it again. Close the rift. Oh, when not in a dungeon, you can use the quest map to travel to distant locations. Press options and select the quest map in the hero menu. Cool. So I just want to finish these watchtowers before we start going elsewhere. Ooh. Dennett, I don't care if it's the best land on the farm. The farmers remember the old ways and the old blood, and will honour that just as I honour you twisting the old horseshoe nails into circles and sneaking them into the horses' saddles for luck. If the farmers want to leave that tree to honour Turder's leaf-eared lover, we'll let it be, and whatever we lose from the land we'll gain in loyalty. If I come back and find the tree gone, and you and Bron blustering some story about it falling in a storm, I'll get the truth from Sienna, and you'll be sleeping in those stables you love so much. All my love, Elena. You tell him, Elena. Right, I'm just going to check the map. So, in theory, it's just there, not far. And then I might do that, and then we can go to the next place. Because I know we need to go to Royeaux. Jump. Maybe I should go this way. This looks more promising. Ooh, would it be up here? Yay! We done it. Right. Complete the watchtowers in the farm's operation at the war table. Great. So I need to tell Elena the wolves are no longer a problem. And I need to do the watchtowers operation back in Haven. So let's go to the camp and then go report back. Tell Elena. Let's go. Do you build the watchtowers? I feel like the Inquisition builds the watchtowers. I can't remember. But I've marked where they're going.
You deal with the wolves, and our farmers will be safe again.
I've stopped the wolves.
The wolves should be back to normal now. There shouldn't be any further trouble.
That's good to hear. I'll send word to the farmers and let my husband know what you've done. It may not seem like much, but you've given this land hope it desperately needed. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm going to take some of your elf fruit. So, yeah, I do think we do enough for them. So let's have a look at the world map. We go back to Haven. Yes, I need to go to Royeaux. Let's go to Haven. Then we can talk to our friends. Let's see. Great. So we can talk to people now. Let's go and talk to Cassandra.
I think you need practice dummies made of sturdier stuff.
That would be nice.
Like maybe iron.
Did I do the right thing? What I have set in motion here could destroy everything I have revered my whole life. One day they may write about me as a traitor, a madwoman, a fool, and they may be right.
What do you believe?
What does your faith tell you?
I believe you are innocent. I believe more is going on here than we can see. And I believe no one else cares to do anything about it. They will stand in the fire and complain that it is hot. But is this the Maker's will? I can only guess.
You had to do it.
You didn't have any choice.
Didn't I? My trainers always said, Cassandra, you are too brash. You must think before you act. I see what must be done, and I do it. I see no point in running around in circles like a dog chasing its tail. But I misjudged you in the beginning, did I not? I thought the answer was before me, clear as day. I cannot afford to be so careless again.
Can't say I'm not grateful to hear that.
I can be harsh, I know. You've said you believe you're chosen. Does that mean you believe in the Maker?
What would I believe in? Let's have a think about our character choices. Is my Inquisitor going to be religious at all? I think that one. I believe in elven gods.
I'm Dalish. I believe in our own gods.
And there's no room among your gods for one more? I suppose it doesn't matter now. I have to believe we were put on this path for a reason, even if you do not. Now it simply remains to see where it leads us.
Yup. Yes, it is nice not to see her looking so worried. Oh look, my horse is in the stables. I have some loot to sell.
We'll need some of your cloth for bandages.
Let's just quickly sell some things. Thank you. Should I buy anything? I think I'm good for now.
How much is Mother Giselle willing to offer?
Can you really put a price on the love of Andraste?
Let's talk to Varric.
Need something?
Tell me about Red Lyrium.
The red lyrium we found at the temple seemed to upset you.
My brother Bartrand and I sort of discovered red lyrium during an expedition in the Deep Roads. We located an ancient thaig, so old it barely looked dwarven. There was this idol there made of it. Bartrand brought it back to the surface, and, well, everything's gone downhill from there.
What can it do?
What makes it special?
Regular lyrium can mess you up pretty badly, but you have to ingest it for that to happen. Red lyrium messes with your mind when you're just near the stuff. You hear singing, get violent, paranoid, and then it does creepy shit. Makes things float, brings statues to life. It also turned Kirkwall's Knight Commander to lyrium. Everyone's been kept at least 100 paces from it since.
Let's talk to him more later.
I think that's enough on red lyrium.
Yeah, not really my favorite subject.
Sure. Ooh, something's happening over there, but let's talk to Leliana first.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, the champions of the just.
Yes, Lyrium doesn't.
Blessed
It's
are
not
the
great.
righteous, the lights in the shadow.
Lyrium's not good.
In their blood, the Maker's will is written. Is that what you want from us? Blood. To die so that your will is done? Is death your only blessing?
You speak for Andraste, no? What does the Maker's prophet have to say about all of this? What's his game?
Game?
How is this a game? Do you see the sky? What about the temple ruins? The bones lying in the dust? Even if you didn't support the Divine's peace, you wouldn't call this right. Who could? So many innocent lives. The faithful murdered where the holiest of holies once stood. If the Maker willed this, what is it if not a game or a cruel joke?
Um...
Don't ask me, I'm as baffled as you are. You probably don't even worship the Maker. Lucky. He asks a lot. The Chantry teaches that the Maker abandoned us. He demands repentance for our sins. He demands it all. Our lives, our deaths. Justinia gave him everything she had, and he let her die. I'm sorry. Her death has clearly hit you hard. Not just me. All of us. She was the divine. She led the faithful. She was their heart. If the Maker doesn't intervene to save the best of his servants, what good is he? I used to believe I was chosen, just as some say you are. I thought I was fulfilling his purpose for me, working with the divine, helping people. But now she's dead. It was all for nothing. Serving the Maker meant nothing.
This one.
Maybe you have another purpose. I could help you find it. No, this is my burden. I regret that I even let you see me like this. It was a moment of weakness. It won't happen again. Come. To work, then. We will speak later.
Yes, let's go see what the ruckus is over here.
Your kind killed the most holy. Lies. Your kind let her die. Shut your mouth, mate!
Enough!
Knight Captain.
That is not my title. We are not Templars any longer. We are all part of the Inquisition.
And what does that mean, exactly?
Back already, Chancellor. Haven't you done enough?
I'm curious, Commander, as to how your Inquisition and its herald will restore order as you've promised.
Of course you are. Back to your duties, all of you.
Right, let's go over to Cullen.
Mages and Templars were already at war. Now they're blaming each other for the Divine's death.
Which is why we require a proper authority to guide them back to order.
Who? You? Random clerics who weren't important enough to be at the Conclave?
The Rebel Inquisition and its so-called Herald of Andraste? I think not.
I don't know. The Inquisition seems about as functional as any young family.
How many families are on the verge of splitting into open warfare with themselves?
Yes, because that would never happen to the Chantry.
Centuries of tradition will guide us. We are not the upstart, eager to turn over every apple cart.
I like this one.
Remind me why you're allowing the Chancellor to stay?
Clearly, your Templar knows where to draw the line.
He's toothless. There's no point turning him into a martyr simply because he runs at the mouth. The Chancellor's a good indicator of what to expect in Royeaux, however.
How widespread is the violence between mages and Templars?
Impossible to say.
Your organization flouting the Chantry's authority will not help matters.
With the Conclave destroyed, I imagine the war between mages and Templars is renewed with interest.
The mages and Templars are fighting, even though we don't know what really happened at the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
Exactly why all this should be left to a new divine. If you are innocent, the Chantry will establish it as so.
Or we'll be happy to use someone as a scapegoat.
You think nobody cares about the truth? We all grieve Justinia's loss.
But you won't grieve if the Herald of Andraste is conveniently swept under a carpet.
I'll make sure they see reason in Royeaux.
I pray you're right.
Yes. Let's go to Royeaux, but first, we haven't spoken to somebody. Solus. We haven't spoken to Solus.
Closing the breach is our primary goal. But I hope we might also discover what was used to create it. Any artifact of such power is dangerous. The destruction of the Conclave proves that much.
You don't think whatever created the explosion was destroyed in the blast?
You survived, did you not? The artifact that created the breach is unlike anything seen in this age. I will not believe it destroyed until I see the shattered fragments with my own eyes.
Well, we do need it.
We would do well to try to recover whatever created the breach.
Liliana's people have scoured the area near the blast and found nothing. Whatever the artifact was, it is no longer there. In any case, did you need me for anything?
Do we need him for anything?
What do you know about the Fade?
A great deal, from my wanderings. There are few hard facts, but I can share what I have learned.
Oh, what happened there? We want to know about these things.
I'd like to know more about the breach.
Simply put, it is a tear in the veil between this world and the Fade, allowing spirits to enter the world physically. Small tears occur naturally when magic weakens the veil, or when spirits cluster at an area that has seen many deaths. But your mark allows you to exert some control over the breach. That means it was created deliberately.
There is so much we need to know.
I'd like to know more about the Veil.
Circle mages call it a barrier between this world and the Fade. But according to my studies in ancient elven lore, that is a vast oversimplification. Without it, imagine if spirits entered freely. The Fade was not a place one went, but a state of nature like the wind.
Yes, hello, good to see you. Good to see you again. That does sound...
It sounds like it would be wonderful.
And dangerous. But yes, a world where imagination defines reality. Where spirits are as common as trees or grass. Instead, spirits are strange and fearful. And the Fade is a terrifying world touched only by mages and dreamers. I am glad that I'm not alone in seeing the beauty of such a world, along with the obvious peril.
This one.
I'd like to know more about demons.
The Chantry says that demons hate the natural world and seek to bring their chaos and destruction to the living. But such simplistic labels misconstrue their motivations, and in so doing, do all a great disservice. Spirits wish to join the living, and a demon is that wish gone wrong.
Is there a way to coexist? To live with them? If not in peace, at least without such active confrontation.
Not in the world we know today. The Veil creates a barrier that makes true understanding most unlikely. But the question is a good one, and it matters that you thought to ask.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Yes. The Haven bit is where we just talk to everybody and ask them lots of questions and then forget everything that they say because there's so much information. But yes, I think that's everybody. I hope I haven't forgotten anybody. Let's go and go to Royeaux.
Oh, make her hear my cry. Sit me by your side in death. Make me one within your glory. And let the world once more
Research in the nave wishes to verify that the infections have decreased in number.
Yes. Thank you for your help. Tell me.
Heaven has
Greetings,
been
Herald
filled
of
with
Andraste.
silence.
How fares
I
your
knew
quest to
then,
seal the breach?
and crossed my heart with shame.
I'm trying.
I'm doing everything within my power.
A task, such as closing the breach, is a heavy burden. I hope you do not carry it alone. We remember Andraste, but Andraste did not carry the Chant of Light alone. She had generals, advisors, and though it is considered heresy to say it, she had the aid of the elf Chartin. Do everything within your power, but remember those who would help you.
This one.
You keep talking as though I'm the equal of Andraste. Do you know how unnerving that is?
I can only imagine. But we are all given to our purpose under the Maker. A sword does not ask to be forged. And frankly, if such a comparison gives you pause, I do not see that as a bad thing. In any case, I pray this Inquisition proves less brutal than its predecessor.
Is there anything I can do to help you or your people?
My healers would benefit from more supplies. We have run short of even common goods with so many wounded. If you could deliver this list and the items on it to Quartermaster Thren, she could get us what we need. It may not seem like much, but it would enable my healers to save many lives.
Okie dokie. Anything else I should ask right now, or shall I leave it later? Let's leave it till later.
Farewell.
Make her go with you.
Deliver the herbs to Thren. We have...
The Inquisition cannot remain, Ambassador, if you can't prove it was founded on Justinia's orders.
This is an inopportune time, Marquis. More of the faithful flock here each day. But allow me to introduce you to the brave soul who risked her life to slow the magic of the breach. Mistress Lavelan, this is the Marquis d'Aurelion, one of Divine Justinia's greatest supporters.
And the rightful owner of Haven. House d'Aurelion lent Justinia these lands for pilgrimage. This Inquisition is not a beneficiary of this arrangement.
You own this land?
This is the first I've heard of Haven having an owner outside the Chantry.
My wife, Lady Machin of Denham, has claimed to Haven by ancient treaty with the monarchs of Ferelden. We were honored to lend its use to Divine Justinia. She was a woman of supreme merit. I will not let an upstart order remain on her holy grounds.
That's not very nice. I always forget about farming, to be honest. Sometimes with the chat you can end up with side quests and stuff to do. And sometimes you can get more approval from the characters if you talk to them. For instance, Solus likes it when you ask him questions. So yeah, I feel like generally it's good to try and go through all of the questions at some point. But I try not to do it all in one go because then I just don't remember anything. There'll be other times when we can talk to them and ask them more questions. But yeah, it's generally I think it's good to go through the chat threads. Yeah, on Dragon Age, I don't think I've never completed all of the side quests in Dragon Age. The first time I played the game, I didn't realise you could use the map to travel to other places, so I ended up in the Hinterlands for like literally 60 hours because I didn't know that you could leave, so I was so new to gaming and I didn't understand the map thing. So, and I was in the Hinterlands for 60 hours and I didn't complete all of the side quests. They just would keep, new ones would keep coming and stuff, so yeah. Right, I have lost track of the conversation now. The Divine's advisors founded it.
Interesting, considering the Inquisition was begun by the left and right hands of the Divine.
I've seen no written records from Sister Liliana or Seeker Penticus that Justinia approved the Inquisition.
If you won't take her at her word, I'm afraid Seeker Pentagast must challenge him to a duel.
What?
It is a matter of honor among the Navarrans. Shall I arrange the bout for tonight?
No. Perhaps my reaction to the Inquisition's presence was somewhat hasty.
We face a dark time, Your Grace. Divine Justinia would not want her passing to divide us. She would, in fact, trust us to forge new alliances to the benefit of all, no matter how strange they might seem.
I'll think on it, Lady Montillier. The Inquisition might stay in the meanwhile.
Does the Marquis own
Do the Durelions actually have a claim on this place?
His Grace's position is not so strong as he presents it. Despite our Ferelden relations, the Duralions are our legion. If the Marquis wishes to claim Haven, Empress Selene must negotiate with the Ferelden on his behalf. Her current concerns are a bit larger than minor property disputes.
You handled him well.
I'm so pleased the Marquis isn't tossing us out into the cold.
His Grace is only the first of many dignitaries we must contend with.
You expect more people in Haven?
Undoubtedly. And each visitor will spread the story of the Inquisition after they depart. An ambassador should ensure the tale is as complimentary as possible.
Yeah, 700 hours is a lot. That's impressive. I've never got that far. About 100 hours on Dragon Age is about the longest playthrough I've done. I know, I can't, it was really bad that I didn't know that I could just leave the Hinterlands. I just thought I was just in the Hinterlands. And the bad thing about that is that certain things in the game have to be done before certain other things, but because I'd been in the Hinterlands for so long, I'd sort of missed the boat on some things, and I ended up completely losing a player character. I just couldn't, they just didn't exist in my world of the game because I had gone past where they would appear. So yeah, that first playthrough was, it was a nice start to like my gaming because you know, I was just like exploring and doing all of these little easy quests and stuff, so that was good. But it just meant that my first playthrough of Dragon Age just has loads of holes in it because I think I didn't pick up several of the characters that are going to be that we're going to be meeting later. No spoilers, but the first playthrough I think there were 3 characters that I just never found. But yes, that was fun. Yes, the one thing about Dragon Age is it does have quite a lot of glitches and bugs, but the hidden quest sounds good. My biggest glitch was I once had a dragon that just got stuck to a wall and we just kept attacking it and it died. It never attacked us, it kind of got stuck to a wall. So that was fun. I'm glad you're here.
The Inquisition is lucky to have you as an advocate, Lady Montillier.
Thank you. Let us hope so. Thedas's politics have become agitated as of late. I hope to guide us down smoother paths. But please excuse me. I've much work to do before the day is done.
Yeah, it's quite an easy way to defeat a dragon when it just stands there and lets you attack it. The children of Andraste. There are many misconceptions regarding Andraste's bloodline, monsieur. This is due, I should think, to a general lack of knowledge regarding Andraste's mortal life. Understandable, considering the many cults that arose following her death. Everyone sought to claim Our Lady for their own culture, or claimed some aspect of her existence was a lie, all of them complete fabrications. My order has done considerable research to ascertain the truth. Oh, another long one. It was pretty funny, but I think it was like my first dragon or something, so I was a bit bemused. We all know Andraste and the Betrayer raised 5 children. The eldest 3 were sons, Isarath, Evrion and Verold. The rule of what was once southern Tevinter was split among them. Isarath was given the west, what is today Orlais. Evrion was given the east, what is today the Free Marches. Verold was given the central Planocene, that is today Navarra. What became of these men and their legacies is the stuff of legend. And the majority of claimants to Andraste's bloodline link back to one of them. None of the 3 sons, however, were born of Andraste. They were born of the Betrayer's concubine, Gillivan. People chose to overlook the fact that Andraste came from the Alamari tribesmen and that they were barbarians, not the Fereldans we know today. They were savage warriors who took concubines in addition to their wives, and because Andraste was thought to be too weak to bear children, the Betrayer took Gillivan to provide him heirs, which she did. After her death, the sons were raised as Andraste's own. Later in life, Andraste proved predictions wrong and had 2 daughters by the Betrayer, Ebris and Vivior. They were kept out of the public eye and not permitted to marry, although both had consorts. Ebris had but one child, Ali Vemar, who perished on a voyage who perished on a voyage to Denerim less than a month after her mother fell to the plague and without children of her own. The younger daughter, Vivior, was more controversial, a strong-headed woman who defied her family by falling in love with a mage of Tevinter, Regulan. Vivior and Regulan went into self-imposed exile as the Exalted March began, and into hiding following Andraste's betrayal and murder. What became of Vivior and her descendants is largely unknown for one primary reason: she had only daughters. Each of those daughters only had daughters. They married into other families and took their names, and in the chaos of the Second Blight all traces of survivors were lost. Andraste's true bloodline, if it exists, lies solely in the descendants of Vivior, and the suspicion of my order is that it produces only daughters. Thus the claims of your young man, monsieur, are highly suspect. From a letter to Sister Galena of the Augustan Order. I love that Mouse reads all the text for us. Yes, and butchers all the names. I feel like I should, because I've started doing it, I feel like it would be weird if I stopped. But I'm not doing like the songs where it's just long. I'm trying to do the bits that have some sort of relevance to the world, I guess. Like specific relevance to the world.
Or, well, the one they're calling the Herald, anyway. I hope the Inquisition can restore order soon. I never really wanted to leave the Circle. My name is Maeve. I research demons and other creatures. Seeker Pendergast and I use what I find to help the soldiers fight them.
I found something the demons left behind. Can you use it?
Yes, that's very helpful. Just leave it there and the Tranquil and I will examine it.
Cool. Now let's actually do things. I'm just going to save quickly, just in case. Right, now I need to remember what I'm trying to do. We have access to missions. Mission operations take time and bring the Inquisition resources and rewards. Only one mission per advisor can be active at a time. Some missions have a preferred type, which results in less time required when undertaken by the associated advisor. Missions may also provide different rewards depending on which advisor completes them. So, there's something to do with watchtowers. So let's just first try and see something about watchtowers before I get sidetracked.
My scouts still comb the
There we
hills
go.
for clues about the explosion. I'll take what I can find.
The refugees in the Hinterlands face threats from bandits, demons, apostate mages, and Templar deserters. Building watchtowers in the area will help Inquisition forces ensure the safety of refugees and farmers. The appropriate building sites have already been marked. Yes, we did that. Do we want the soldiers or the nobles? I think the soldiers. It's quicker.
All right.
Now, I've seen that there's one about contacting Clan Lavalan, which I think would be good. Clan Lavalan offers greetings to the Inquisition and wishes it well in sealing the breach that has opened in the sky. While some Dalish clans hate humans and wish nothing to do with them, Clan Lavalan has always dealt fairly with all and wished only for peace. That said, we have on occasion been forced to defend ourselves from those who saw us only as potential victims. It has come to our attention that a member of the clan is being held captive by your Inquisition. She went to the Conclave only to observe the peace talks between your mages and Templars, and we find it highly unlikely that she intentionally violated your customs. If she has been charged with a crime, we would appreciate hearing of it. If not, it would ease our concerns to hear from her to know that she remains with the Inquisition of her own will. We await your reply. Keeper Istime Thoriel Lavalan. So, that's me. That's the Inquisitor. So let's see. Leliana wants to send elven agents to deliver something the clan needs, and Josephine wants an elven scribe to deliver a message. I feel like the Leliana one might be best.
Let's see what we have.
So now we've got a quest that Josephine can do. Is there anything over in Royeaux yet? No. Then let's do the Varric one. Ruffles. I need a favour actually, let's call it a loan since I'll pay it back. I got a letter from my editor in Kirkwall today. She tells me that Hard in Hightown 3, the repuncheoning, appeared in print from an Antivan printer a couple weeks ago. I'll give you a moment to contemplate the horror that is that title. I had my contacts in the Merchants Guild look for the author a couple years back. The best they could find out after spending a couple hundred gold was that Pyrrhal Bellenforth is a pen name. I could have told them that for free. You've got contacts with the Antivan print houses. Maybe you could find out more than the guild. Varric. So, let's get Josephine to ask the friend in Antiva city. Because she is here.
At your service.
Perfect. So now, we need to go to address the Chantry in Royeaux. Let's do this. The remaining Chantry clerics have declared the Inquisition heretical. Attempts to gather allies against the breach have been rebuffed, and at this moment we could not step foot into the capital without being attacked by a mob or arrested. We must convince the Chantry to permit us entry into the city so we can show them the Herald of Andraste is not the monster they believe. Yes, a quest. A little quest. Let's do this.
Having the Herald address the clerics is not a terrible idea.
You can't be serious.
Mother Giselle isn't wrong. At the moment, the Chantry's only strength is that they are united in opinion. And we should ignore the danger to the Herald. Let's ask her.
You want me to walk into a pit of vipers and you ask me that?
They're not vipers just because they like to hiss.
I will go with her. Mother Giselle said she could provide us names. Use them.
But why? This is nothing but a...
What choice do we have, Liliana? Right now we can't approach anyone for help with the breach. Use what influence we have to call the clerics together. Once they are ready, we will see this through.
The Inquisitor was slightly more angry there than I was intending. Sometimes you don't quite know what she's going to say when you pick a choice. Address the Chantry in Royeaux. The remaining Chantry clerics have declared the Inquisition heretical. Attempts to gather allies against the breach have been rebuffed, and at this moment we could not step foot into the capital without being attacked by a mob or arrested. We must convince the Chantry to permit us entry into the city so that we can show them the Herald of Andraste is not the monster they believe. Let's do this. Let's go to Royeaux. Okay, the anger was good for that moment. Cool. I'm not sure I can read all of this bit because they'll probably go too quickly. Let's see what's happening next. A shred of blue. I will have to look it up.
The city still mourns.
It's a bit rude.
Just a guest seeker, but I think they all know who we are.
Your skills of observation never fail to impress me, Varric.
I love that shot.
My Lady Herald.
You're one of Leliana's people. What have you found?
The Chantry mothers await you, but so do a great many Templars.
There are Templars here?
People seem to think the Templars will protect them from the Inquisition. They're gathering on the other side of the market. I think that's where the Templars intend to meet you.
Only one thing to do, then.
Yep. Oh, okay. I'll have to find it at some point.
They wish to protect the people from us?
Whoops.
Return to Haven. Someone will need to inform them if we are delayed.
As you say, my lady.
I wanted to speak there, but I couldn't get it to work. Should we read all of the plaques? Our Lady and the actors of her rise and fall, her message and visage are worth repeating. Maybe we shouldn't. Yeah, there is a lot to this game.
Stand wary, guardsman.
It seems...
Good people of Royeaux, hear me. Together, we mourn our divine. A naive and beautiful heart, silenced by treachery. You wonder what will become of a murderer. Well, wonder no more. Behold, the so-called Herald of Andraste, claiming to rise where our beloved fell. We say this is a false prophet. The Maker would send no elf in our hour of need.
Oh dear. Yeah, sorry that I didn't read all the plaques. Which one?
You say I am the enemy. The breach in the sky is our true enemy. We must unite to stop it.
It's true. The Inquisition seeks only to end this madness before it is too late.
It is already too late. The Templars have returned to the Chantry. They will face this Inquisition, and the people will be safe once more.
Oh no.
Still yourself. She is beneath us.
Yes, how dare you?
What's the meaning of this?
Her claim to authority is an insult, much like your own.
Yeah, ouch.
Lord Seeker Lucius, it's imperative that we speak with...
You will not address me.
Lord Seeker?
Creating a heretical movement. Raising up a puppet as Andraste's prophet. You should be ashamed. You should all be ashamed. The Templars failed no one when they left the Chantry to purge the mages. You are the ones who have failed. You who'd leash our righteous swords with doubt and fear. If you came to appeal to the Chantry, you are too late. The only destiny here that demands respect is mine.
Sorry about the occasional loss of quality of the game.
Templars! One of your own commands the Inquisition's forces. Join us as he did.
A staunch and loyal member of the Order. So loyal, he abandoned them for a false herald.
But Lord Seeker, what if she really was sent by the Maker? What if...
You are called to a higher purpose. Do not question.
I will make the Templar Order a power that stands alone against the Void. We deserve recognition. Independence. You have shown me nothing, and the Inquisition, less than nothing.
Burn.
Templars, Val Royeaux is unworthy of our protection. We march.
Cool, I'm glad it's okay. That's good, thank you.
Charming fellow, isn't he?
Has Lord Seeker Lucius gone mad?
Do you know him very well?
He took over the Seekers of Truth 2 years ago, after Lord Seeker Lambert's death. He was always a decent man, never given to ambition and grandstanding. This is very bizarre.
It doesn't look like we'll be getting the Templars to help us after all.
I wouldn't write them off so quickly. There must be those in the Order who see what he's become. Either way, we should first return to Haven and inform the others.
Great. Let's do that. Let's speak to her first.
This victory must please you greatly, Seeker Cassandra.
We came here seeking only to speak with the mothers. This is not our doing, but yours.
And you had no part in forcing our hand? Do not delude yourself. Now we have been shown up by our own Templars, in front of everyone. And my fellow clerics have scattered to the wind along with their convictions. Just tell me one thing. Do you truly believe you are the Maker's chosen?
To tell you the truth, I don't know.
That is more comforting than you might imagine. I suppose it is out of our hands now. We shall all see what the Maker plans in the days to come.
Oh dear, so many questions. Let's not ask all of them.
You're obviously skeptical. What do you believe I am?
Our divine. Her holiness is dead. I have seen evidence for everything, except what would comfort me.
That doesn't answer my question.
For you to be true, a great many things must be false. And if you are false, a great many things must have failed. There is chaos ahead, whatever your intentions.
How many?
How many Templars turned on the Chantry exactly?
They rebelled across Thedas. Some remained loyal, but not enough to call them the Order. The White Spire here in the capital was the largest garrison, but now it stands empty. Perhaps more shall flock to the Lord Seeker's banner now. How far has faith waned, I wonder?
There's got to be a way to calm everything down and clean up this mess.
I hope against hope that may be the case.
Right, so what can I do quickly before we go?
Excuse me, but is what they're saying real? The Inquisition's going to fix the hole in the sky?
Yeah, she might need a cushion. That's the plan.
We're going to give it a try, at least.
No one is doing anything. The Chantry is useless, and the Templars... Andraste. I never thought they'd abandon us. Listen, your camp will need food. I have contacts. We'll have deliveries there in days.
You want to help the Inquisition?
Never been part of something this big before, but if your Inquisition's going to seal the sky, I want to help.
Cassandra?
What do you think, Cassandra?
I think the woman is asking you and not me.
Well, she is.
The Herald of Andraste. Yes, I understand. Haven is a mess, but we won't turn away anyone willing to help. Invite her, if it pleases you.
Yes. Go to Haven.
Head to Haven, then. We need good people.
I don't know if I'm that, but it will be nice to see. Thank you.
Ooh. We have got ourselves an agent.
Ever since our divine was murdered, toothless old fools are lost without her.
What's that? An arrow with a message?
Mysterious arrow. Favours for friends. A message is attached, written in a large flowing hand and bordered with doodles. People say you're special. I want to help, and I can bring everyone. There's a baddie in Royeaux. I hear he wants to hurt you. Have a search for the red things in the market, the docks, and around the cafe. And maybe you'll meet him first. Bring swords. Friends of Red Jenny. A poor drawing of the locations in the market is attached. So... we need to get to these red things. And also I want to look at that exclamation mark.
The Templars didn't even touch you.
I believe that...
You are the Herald of Andraste, are you not? I have an invitation for you.
Ooh. Invitation, first enchanter Vivienne. You are cordially invited to attend my salon held at the chateau of Duke Bastien de Ghislaine. Yours, Vivienne de Fer. Excellent. So we need to go there as well. But first let's find these red things. Who do I plan on romancing? Well, I kind of know, but I don't want to spoil. So... there we go. A different simple script on the back of a stable report marked with red paint. Thank you, friends, for helping good Lady Keris. Saw those who asked about Herald enter third passage. Could not stay to see them exit. You read. We cheered when honoured was her might, but many more deserve a thought. For though she was the first a knight, her kin and kind have always fought. Yep. See if you can spot the signs. That would be fun, actually, I think. That would be a good way of doing it.
They left us. The Templars left us to the mages. Liars.
Ooh, examine. Difficult time for those who have lost. While I understand concerns for propriety in the general dressing of the bazaar, I must caution that release is needed. We are suffering not just ongoing civil conflict pitting brother against sister, not just outright war pitting Templar against mage, not just the loss of our most holy and the rest of our leaders. We are suffering all three as the sky is wounded for all to see. All we know of our world is threatened, along with all we know of the next. With this most grave notation, I ask that the writs of losses and missing remain, that the citizens, however indirectly, be allowed to post their griefs of known dead, and the names of hopefully living, and with them their criticisms of how they have been told or not told. For while I have no doubt we as Orlesians will maintain our utmost composure, there must be release. There must be grief, there must be mourning. If we do not allow this simple expression, we risk a greater outburst. Let our people shed their tears in as reserved a means as necessary. The market will be cleared in due course, but this day, this time, we must let this simple expression stand. Written by Captain Albion, Orlesian Guard, Summer Bazaar. Who are the possibilities? Well, most of the characters that we travel with, or that looks shiny, it's just a barrel, that we travel with or that we can speak to at the camp are people that we can romance, although some only would romance female characters and female inquisitors, some male and some both. So reservoir stocking evaluation. Tremors, floating, tasters off, waterbirds die off, restocking failed, fish not fit, do not consume. So I guess all of the... but we haven't met all the characters yet as well, so maybe that would be a better question for later on. Because it would be impossible to list all of the possible options right now. A red handkerchief folded around a key with a small hasty scrawl. Key lifted from drunk, swearing about Herald. Don't know what door. I'm out. My debt is paid. Now we have to go to the upper market, which, if I remember correctly, means I have to go... Oh gosh. How long is this? Miroir de la Mer was cut from Val Royeaux in 849 Blessed. It was the will of the mad Emperor Reville, who demanded a reflecting pool, large enough to draw his vain, deceased mother back across the vale. Many shops and vendors were evicted to make room for his folly, and several memorials to the heroes of the first 4 blights were simply toppled. The reservoir supports little in the way of life, as the bottom was lined with lead to increase its reflective properties. Reville intended it for divination, using boats as massive planchettes, but work was not finished until the week of his own death. The waters see little use today, save for lazy or fornication sojourns by the nobility aboard decorative gondolas. A disposable walking tour of the capital. It is nice that there are choices. Yes, it's good. Right, now I need to go to the upper market, which I think means that I have to... Excuse me. Whoops. I think that means I have to go to one of these doors.
The chantry has just shown themselves
and travel. Yes, so that's the other one, so I need to go here. It's okay, I do have plenty of water. It's all good. At least we're not playing Dragon Age Origins, because in that the player character doesn't speak, so I would be doing lots more reading. Oh, that's a red thing. Red handkerchief. Favours for friends. A scrap of parchment is hastily torn from an ornate document stuffed into its hiding place with a large red sock. And we are to obey well. We meet at 3 bells to discuss how best to serve the new way. Scored below is a misspelled script. Herald go at time. Praise Adrast. Taken together, the messages reveal a time, a path, and key to a location on the world map. Yay! World map time. Good, I'm glad that the reading is helpful. If I've completely lost my voice in the Life is Strange live stream tomorrow morning, we will know what the culprit is. Speaking of, a season of the Fort afoul. At this window the thief Treadwell did witness the attempted assault of Lady Castine. He surrendered his chance for escape to catch and hold her assailant, a bard of Lord Halavine. Hero thief, foiled bard, and conspiring noble were all censured as per their station and relevant action. I think I read that oddly. Lashings and labour disappeared and ostracised for the social season, respectively. The scandal played out far longer in the theatrically serialised adaptation, which reimagined the 3 as siblings separated at birth, competing for Lady Castine's hand at her orchestration. The conclusion was relatively accurate to the original event, save the punishment of the thief and noble being swapped to comic effect. Generally good reviews received, although some thought the height of the lady's hair to be unrealistic. A disposable walking tour of the capital. Right, let's look at a map, because there's places I need to go. So I need to go to the meeting point for Red Jenny, and I need to go to see Vivienne. So, which first? Does anybody have any requests for which to go first? Otherwise, I'll probably just stick with the Friend of Red Jenny one first, since it's already the one that we're on. Friend of Red Jenny, let's do it. And then we'll do Vivienne.
If I might have a moment of your time.
But first...
Grand Enchanter Fiona?
Leader of the Mage Rebellion. Is it not dangerous for you to be here?
I heard of this gathering, and I wanted to see the fabled Herald of Andraste with my own eyes. If it's help with the breach you seek, perhaps my people are the wiser option.
I'm surprised the leader of the mages wasn't at the conclave.
Yes. You were supposed to be, and yet somehow you avoided death.
As did the Lord Seeker, you'll note. Both of us sent negotiators in our stead in case it was a trap. I won't pretend I'm not glad to live. I lost many dear friends that day. It disgusts me to think the Templars will get away with it. I'm hoping you won't let them.
So you think the Templars are responsible?
Why wouldn't she?
Lucius hardly seems broken up over his losses, if he's concerned about them at all. You heard him. You think he wouldn't happily kill the Divine to turn people against us? So yes, I think he did it. More than I think you did it, at any rate.
The mages weren't willing to talk to the Inquisition before. Why now?
Because now I've seen what you are. And I've seen the Chantry for what it is. Consider this an invitation to Redcliffe. Come, meet with the mages. An alliance could help us both, after all. I hope to see you there. Au revoir, my Lady Herald.
Come, let us return to Haven.
Oh, sorry, Cassandra. We're not returning to Haven right now. We've got some other things to do first. Or maybe we will be returning to Haven. Maybe the game will just take me to Haven. We'll have to see. Oh, good. Oops, I should have...
Well, they know who I work for, at least.
I was too slow at loading it up. Yep, we're in the right place. Oh.
Make it take you!
Let's have a look.
Herald of Andraste, how much did you expend to discover me? It must have weakened the Inquisition immeasurably.
I don't know who you are.
You don't fool me. I'm too important for this to be an accident. My efforts will survive in victories against you elsewhere.
Just say what?
What is that?
Ugh. Squishy one, but you heard me, right? Just say what? Rich tits always try for more than they deserve. Blah, blah, blah. Obey me. Arrow in my face. So, you followed the notes well enough. Glad to see you're... And you're an elf. Well, hope you're not too elfy. I mean, it's all good, isn't it? The important thing is you glow. You're the herald thingy.
Sure, why not? I glow. What's going on?
No idea. I don't know this idiot from Manners. My people just said the Inquisition should look at him.
Your people? Elves?
No. People. Name's Sarah. This is cover. Get round it. For the reinforcements. Don't worry. Someone tipped me their equipment shed.
They've got no breeches.
Right.
Why didn't you take their weapons?
Because no breeches. Bunch of nutters.
Where are they? Oh, there's one.
Friends really came through with that tip. No breeches. So, Herald of Andraste. You're a strange one. I'd like to join.
Whoops.
Could we take a few moments for sense to reassert itself? Who are you people?
I'm not people, but I get what you want. It's like this. I sent you a note to look for hidden stuff by my friends. The Friends of Red Jenny. That's me. Well, I'm one. So is a fence in Montfort, some woman in Kirkwall. There were 3 in Starkhaven, brothers or something. It's just a name, yeah? It lets little people, friends, be part of something while they stick it to nobles they hate. So here, in your face, I'm Sarah. The Friends of Red Jenny are sort of out there. I used them to help you. Plus arrows.
Yep, Sarah is funny. And we found the emotes. I like Twitch emotes. They're fun.
The Inquisition has spies already. Can you add to these professionals?
Here's how it is. You important people are up here, shoving your cods around. Blah, blah, I'll crush you, I'll crush you. Ooh, crush you. Then you've got cloaks and spy kings, like this tit. Or was he one of the little knives, all serious with his little knife? All those secrets, and what gave him up? Some houseboy who don't know shite, but knows a bad person when he sees one. So no, I'm not knifey shiv dark, all hidden. But if you don't listen down here too, you risk your breeches. Like those guards, I stole their... Look, do you need people or not? I want to get everything back to normal. Like you.
Yes, we want Sarah to join the Inquisition. I don't mind if you explore the emotes. It'll be fun.
All right, Sarah. I can use you and your friends.
Yes! Getting good before you're too big to like. That'll keep your breeches where they should be. Plus extra breeches because I have all these... You have merchants who buy that piss, yeah? Got to be worth something. Anyway, Haven. See you there, Herald. This will be grand.
It's good to explore what Twitch has to offer. They are cute. Should we take Sarah along for a little bit? She's bow and arrow, so let's just take Sarah along for a little bit because we're only going to visit Vivienne, so... Right, let's get some loot. Any more loot? Here's some loot. Oh, it's up there. It's up there. Have to go all along. Loot. Oh, we need to level up Sarah quickly. Let's level her up. She should be here. Let's quickly make some choices. Let's do caltrops. Yeah, she and Varric and Solus are the ranged people we have at the minute, and then Elora and Cassandra are our melee people. So it's a little uneven at the moment. We're mainly ranged, but let's go to Vivienne. Everything's happening now. Masterwork crafting allows you to override an item's colour.
Lady Lavellen, on behalf of the Inquisition.
What a pleasure to meet you, my lady. Seeing the same faces at every event becomes so tiresome.
It is nice music.
So you must be a guest of Madame de Fer. Or are you here for Duc Bastien?
Are you here on business? I have heard the most curious tales of you. I cannot imagine half of them are true.
Yeah, the soundtrack of this game is really good. All true.
Everything you've heard? Completely true.
Better and better. The Inquisition should attend more of these parties.
The Inquisition. What a lot of pig shit. Washed up sisters and crazed seekers. No one can take them seriously. Everyone knows it's just an excuse for a bunch of political outcasts to grab power.
I've never made any claims to holiness. What's your point?
In front of all these people, you admit to being a pretentious usurper.
Yeah, the masks are good.
We know what your Inquisition truly is. If you were a woman of honor, you'd step outside and answer the charges.
My dear Marquis, how unkind of you to use such language in my house to my guests. You know such rudeness is intolerable.
Madame Vivienne, I humbly beg your pardon.
You should. Whatever am I going to do with you, my dear? My lady, you're the wounded party in this unfortunate affair. What would you have me do with this foolish, foolish man?
Oh dear. Well, I feel like killing him might be a bit, much.
I think the Marquis has seen the error of his ways.
By the grace of Andraste, you have your life, my dear. Do be more careful with it. I'm delighted you could attend this little gathering. I've so wanted to meet you. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Vivienne, first Enchanter of Montsimard and Enchantress to the Imperial Court.
Nice to meet you.
Charmed, Lady Vivienne.
Ah, but I didn't invite you to the chateau for pleasantries. With Divine Justinia dead, the Chantry's in shambles. Only the Inquisition might restore sanity and order to our frightened people. As the leader of the last loyal mages of Thedas, I feel it only right that I lend my assistance to your cause.
Do you support the Chantry?
Are you devout? What's your opinion of the Chantry?
I was a great admirer of the late Divine Justinia V. The Chantry, at its best, unites the disparate cultures of Thedas and looks after its most vulnerable. Had she lived, Justinia could have accomplished so much.
No, I wouldn't be wearing a mask. There is option for masks, but most of them are like helmets and stuff.
The Inquisition will be happy to have you, Lady Vivian.
Great things are beginning, my dear. I can promise you that.
We're getting ourselves a party. Not actually sure if I would be wearing my helmet in the cutscenes if I had it, because I've never actually had them on before. Has anybody played the game with the helmet showing? And if so, do they stay on in the cutscenes, or is it just in the in like the gameplay where the helmets are visible? Not sure. Yes, it's a nice tattoo. We don't want to. Hello. Right. I guess we're going to Haven now. Just want to have a quick look at the map. Right, we need to go... Maybe we should do... Return to the Haven's Chantry. Where am I? Let's quickly talk to the new people, and then we can hand over that stuff to the quartermaster, because I need to do that. Just check there's nothing.
It occurs to me I don't actually know much about you.
What do you want to know?
I'm not sure. Where are you from?
Tell her.
My clan never stayed in one place for long, though we primarily roamed the free marches.
Oh? I didn't think your people roamed that far north. But clearly I'm mistaken. I'm told some members of your clan might still be alive. Do you intend to go back?
Eventually, perhaps.
I might, once this is done.
It will not be the same once you do.
That's nice.
That's enough for now.
As you wish.
No, I think I can talk to Cullen. I'm not. Can I talk to Cullen? There we go.
You there. There's a shield in your hand. Block with it. If this man were your enemy, you'd be dead. Lieutenant, don't hold back. The recruits must prepare for a real fight, not a practice one.
Yes, Commander.
We've received a number of recruits. Locals from Haven and some pilgrims. None made quite the entrance you did.
I like to stand out.
At least I got everyone's attention.
That you did. I was recruited to the Inquisition in Kirkwall myself. I was there during the Mage Uprising. I saw firsthand the devastation it caused.
Sir.
Cassandra sought a solution. When she offered me a position, I left the Templars to join her cause. Now it seems we face something far worse.
I must have this mark for a reason. It will work. I'm sure of it.
Provided we can secure aid, but I'm confident we can. The Chantry lost control of both Templars and Mages. Now they argue over a new Divine while the breach remains. The Inquisition could act when the Chantry cannot. Our followers would be part of that. There's so much we can...
Forgive me. I doubt you came here for a lecture.
You've given this a lot of thought.
I know what happens when order is lost, and action comes too late. There's still a lot of work ahead.
Commander, Sir Raiden has a report on our supply lines.
As I was saying.
I feel like in like the cutscenes, it would be counterproductive to have the helmets on because you wouldn't be able to see what people are thinking.
We cannot stay here.
You'd
Why
be able
not?
to see what their
Because we're Templars.
faces are doing.
What does that even mean anymore? That we declare our independence and march off to some holds and do nothing?
Better that than...
Oh.
I've heard about Royeaux. This is not right. I will not be joining them. At least the Inquisition does not stand directly opposed to the Chantry.
What happened?
Do you have any idea what caused the explosion?
No, I'm just a recruit. Belief and faith doesn't get you closer to the important meetings. Though that distance did save my life.
Okay.
I will talk to you later.
Walk in the Maker's grace.
Okay, I'm just going to talk to Sarah and Vivienne, if I can find them. And then let's go in and start. Oh yeah, and then it's the quartermaster. And then back to the war table.
Could be better.
Got the door again, Flisser. Don't know how it keeps breaking.
Oh, you know.
So, this is it, huh? Oh no, it's fine, yeah? It's just, I thought it'd be bigger. That would have been hilarious if you were a man, right? Wasted. Anyway, stopping wars should earn more sovereigns than this. Need things back to normal for coins to be flowing again. Another reason the Templars and mages need to be sat down.
I'm pretty sure the Conclave proved it's not that easy.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
Why? Because someone yelled it real loud? Make them prove it. They're too busy to look up where the real questions are.
Right. They should know it's a simple job. End all war, stitch the sky. The easy one first, of course.
You're daft, yeah? Most people get special, they lose their snark. Can't see how stupid it all is. I think I like you, Lady Herald. Maybe you are a little touched, yeah?
Yep.
I'm ready to give it a shot. That's all I can ask from anyone else.
I'm in. It's an investment, yeah? Better pay off, too. Stupid war and everything. I had things to do.
Right. So we've spoken to Sarah. Now I'm disoriented. There we go. Quartermaster. Yeah, that was a nice scene. It's nice to have a bit of a comic relief.
Spend much coin.
Well, you're not wrong.
Right, so let's go in here.
I'm used to delivering children. It's good you've returned. We heard of your encounter.
You heard?
My agents in a city sent word ahead, of course.
It's a shame the Templars have abandoned their senses, as well as the capital.
At least we know how to approach the mages and Templars now.
Do we? Lord Seeker Lucius is not the man I remember.
True, he has taken the orders somewhere, but to do what? My reports have been very odd.
We must look into it. I'm certain not everyone in the Order will support the Lord Seeker.
Or the Herald could simply go to meet the mages in Redcliffe instead.
You think the Mage Rebellion is more united? It could be 10 times worse.
Well, I know who I want to meet.
I could at least find out what the mages want.
No doubt what they've always wanted. Support for their cause.
We shouldn't discount Redcliffe. The mages may be worth the risk.
They are powerful, Ambassador, but more desperate than you realize.
You think it's a trap?
You think the invitation could be some kind of trap?
If some among the rebel mages were responsible for what happened at the Conclave.
The same could be said about the Templars.
True enough. Right now, I'm not certain we have enough influence to approach the Order safely.
Then the Inquisition needs agents in more places. That's something you can help with.
In the meantime, we should consider other options.
Great.
There is one other matter. Several months ago, the Grey Wardens of Ferelden vanished. I sent word to those in Royeaux, but they have also disappeared. Ordinarily, I wouldn't even consider the idea they're involved in all this, but the timing is curious.
It does sound suspicious.
That does sound odd. I agree. The others have disregarded my suspicion, but I cannot ignore it. 2 days ago, my agents in the Hinterlands heard news of a Grey Warden by the name of Blackwall. If you have the opportunity, please seek him out. Perhaps he can put my mind at ease. And if he can't, then there may be more going on than we thought.
Excellent. So, I just want to talk to Vivienne. Ooh, something to read. Oh, I'm on level 5. That's good. The Fade. The study of the Fade is as old as humankind. For so long as men have dreamed, we have walked its twisting paths, sometimes catching a glimpse of the city at its heart. Always as close as our own thoughts, but impossibly separated from our world. The Tevinter Imperium once spent vast fortunes of gold, lyrium, and human slaves in an effort to map the terrain of the Fade, an ultimately futile endeavour. Although portions of it belong to powerful spirits, all of the Fade is in constant flux. The Imperium succeeded in finding the disparate and ever-shifting realms of a dozen demon lords, as well as cataloguing a few hundred types of spirits before they were forced to abandon the project. The relationship of dreamers to the Fade is complex. Even when entering the Fade through the use of lyrium, mortals are not able to control or affect it. The spirits who dwell there, however, can, and as the Chantry teaches us, the great flaw of the spirits is that they have neither imagination nor ambition. They create what they see through their sleeping visitors, building elaborate copies of our cities, people, and events, which, like the reflections in a mirror, ultimately lack context or life of their own. Even the most powerful demons merely plagiarize the worst thoughts and fears of mortals, and build their realms with no other ambition than to taste life. From Tranquility and the Role of the Fade in Human Culture by First Enchanter Josephus. Vivienne is here.
I met an elven mage earlier. Solus, I believe he was called. I admit I was surprised. I didn't expect to find mages among the Inquisition. Tell me, why were you at the Divine Conclave?
None of these seems particularly like an answer to that question, but let's just go with it.
The war benefits no one. It must end. An order must be restored.
If only the rebels saw things so clearly. Justinia's death has shattered the balance of power in Thedas. If it is not restored quickly, countless lives will be lost. Mages, Templars, innocent people of all kinds now look to the Inquisition to decide their fate.
Yeah, choices do seem strange sometimes. And sometimes you make a choice and you think she's going to say something, and then she says something which doesn't entirely seem to relate to what you chose. So, what can you do?
That's why you wanted to be here. To have a hand in deciding that fate.
Wouldn't you? For almost 1,000 years, the world believed it was in the hands of the Maker. And now many believe you are the agent of his will. Whatever the truth is, that belief gives you power.
Nobody should claim to know the will of the Maker. Not me, and not the Chantry.
Perhaps nobody should. But if no one leads the way, many will be left behind in darkness. I've stolen enough of your time, my dear. Don't let me keep you.
Right, so there's an exclamation mark just outside here. Graham!
Excuse me. I've got a message for the Inquisition, but I'm having a hard time getting anyone to talk to me.
What's the message?
We've got word of some Tevinter mercenaries gathering out on the Storm Coast. My company commander, Iron Bull, offers the information free of charge. If you'd like to see what the Bull's charges can do for the Inquisition, meet us there and watch us work.
Why did your commander send us this information?
Iron Bull wants to work for the Inquisition. He thinks you're doing good work.
I look forward to meeting this Iron Bull.
We're the best you'll find. Come to the Storm Coast and you can see us in action.
So many things. Just want to quickly check where we are at. So... I should go to...
Heaven has been filled with silence.
Oh, I can level up. I can level up. Let's just do that quickly. I've got a point to spend. Parry. Let's... Ooh, well I do keep attacking them from the back, so I should get that one, I think. Let's just... Oh, and Cassandra as well. Yeah, I do have a plan, just the, it's just remembering that plan from minute to minute is where I struggle. Let's give Sarah stealth as well. Oh, crumbs. Vivienne. We still need to give points to Vivienne. Won't be a moment. Okay, who else? Solus has some... Yes, lots of levelling up. Solus doesn't have anything fire related. Let's change that. Death from above? Might as well. Might as well. Anybody else? No, we're done. Then I'll just save quickly. Okay, we're leveled up, we're leveled up. Now let's see what we can do in here, and then we need to find Blackwell, and we need to get Iron Ball. Yay! In the perks menu, you can select perks that provide unique benefits to your party. The number of available perk points is shown at the bottom of the screen.
Has Cassandra spoken to you about my new recruits?
They are not your recruits, Commander. They're ours.
What should I get? Secrets, arcane knowledge, extra herbs. Discovery range. Connections, nobility knowledge, more money, discount, rare stocks, history knowledge, inventory. That's what I normally get first, I think. Let's make sure I don't run out of inventory real quick, because that would be bad. Now some things have been done, so let's see. Contact Clan Lavalan, Darlen, Andaran, Atishan. It does my heart well to hear that you are safe. Our clan was visited by members of the Inquisition who spoke persuasively of the good work you are doing, as well as the fairness with which our kind have been treated by the Inquisition itself. You know that Clan Lavalan has little by way of gold, but I give the messengers some of our healing herbs, as Soleil's blessed us with abundance in our recent foraging. We would be a distraction if we came to the Inquisition itself, our hunters arguing with the humans, as they so easily do. Nevertheless, if you need aid, send word, and we are with you. Dareth Shiral, Keeper, Istith Maith, Thoriel, Lavalan. Exactly, got to be able to bring home all of the loot. I always run out of space. My dear Josephine, I have looked into the matter of your writer. That book, by the way, is truly dreadful and has been panned by every critic in Antiva. The publisher does not know the identity of the writer. They receive manuscripts by courier. I was able to track down the courier, however, who is receiving her packages from another courier out of Kirkwall. Best of luck, Katerina Valesti. Great. Applause. Thank you. I thank you. Commander Cullen, with the watchtowers built, we've had advance warning of demon and bandit attacks. The area is safer for both the refugees and the farmers who had fled the nearby fields. Much appreciated, sir. It's good to know that the Inquisition is willing to put in the time to help these people. Corpora Vale. Right, now, let's just quickly check what I'm supposed to be doing. I have some tasks I can do over here. The confrontation with Mother Havara in the Royeaux market had the desired effect to a point. The Chantry's condemnation of the Inquisition was lost amid a flurry of speculation over the actions of Lord Seeker Lucius, as well as a divide in the opinions of the remaining Chantry clerics. There are, however, clerics still loudly denouncing the Herald of Andraste. The Inquisition could leave them to their speeches, but dealing with them before the Chantry elects a new divine could be a benefit. Let's do that. Who shall... Yes, I think we should go with Josephine's way. Let's do
At your
that.
service.
Thank you, Josephine. I won't read this because I don't think I'm going to do this right now, but when I'm going to do it, will read it. Now I think I want to go back to Ferelden. Before the Fifth Blight and the arrival of the hero of Ferelden, Haven was occupied by cultists who worshipped the dragon, one they believed to be Andraste reborn. Both the cultists and the dragon were long gone by the time the Chantry arrived to build the Temple of Sacred Ashes, but there may still be undiscovered passages in the mountains containing their relics. With a concerted search effort, it might be possible to unearth something useful to the Inquisition. Let's do that.
Let's see what we have.
And then I might just get Cullen to gather some coin. Up until now, Inquisition forces have had the benefit of the Chantry's deep coffers. Now the Inquisition is forced to seek out its own sources of revenue if it is going to grow further. Trade in and out of Haven is limited at this point, but there are various opportunities to earn coin, provided the Inquisition is willing to focus its efforts on the matter. Yeah, it could be a bit confusing if I read out things and then don't do them, because we might think that we've done them and we haven't. So I'll just read them when I've decided that we're doing them. Let's get Cullen to gather some coin.
To work?
And now, I think, we, We need to do the Storm Coast, but maybe... Should we do the Storm Coast? Maybe do Blackwall first. Let's do Blackwall quickly and then come back and do this, the Storm Coast. Because we need to inform Bronn that the watchtowers have been built as well, so that's something we needed to do for the horse thing. So let's do that. Back to the Hinterlands. And we need to do... Right, let's go quickly talk to Bronn, and then we'll do Blackwall. Ooh, who shall we take? Let's take Sarah. Let's take our new people for now, and we can always... see how they get on. Confirm. Yeah, exactly. It's good to see how they get on in battle and with everybody else. Let's do this. Can we finally get our horses, or will there be something else we have to do? Be nice if we could get the horses by the end of this live stream, considering that it's the name of the live stream. Ooh, inspect requisitions. Nope. Yes, Harmony is a lovely horse, who I have inevitably completely forgotten about and have just been walking around the for ages. Bronn.
If those refugees are going to defend themselves, they'll need real defences. I've got a few ideas.
I've built the watchtowers.
I built watchtowers in the areas you recommended.
Nicely done. That'll give both the refugees and our farmers some warning next time trouble pays a visit. I'll speak to the Master and have weapons sent to your people at the crossroads.
Great. Convince Dennett to provide horses to the Inquisition. Let's do that. Okay, as long as she's happy, that's good. As long as she's happy. We need to talk to Dennett. Is Dennett in here? I have lost Dennett. Dennett.
Yelena says you got rid of those demon-cursed wolves. Should be safer for our farmers now. You've held up your end of our bargain, Inquisition. You'll have my whole stable and good hands to go with it.
We did it.
You sent your stable hands and your horses to the Inquisition. What about you?
Well, you've cleaned up the area, and I can't say I'm not tempted. Still, it feels wrong to abandon my land to go play horsemaster again.
Ooh, special. Cassandra?
Are you Andrastian?
I think
This
Cassandra's
is a
supposed to be
matter of
speaking.
faith. The Maker would want the best to join us.
I've heard some things about you lot. Can't say I'm not interested in what it all means. All right, Inquisition. I'll look to your horses myself. Never let it be said that Redcliffe gave less than the best. Just let me settle matters here and say goodbye to my wife. I'll meet you at Haven.
So that's the second time in this game that Cassandra's just stood there, but not... The only way we've known that she was supposed to be speaking is because of the subtitles. which I don't normally have turned on, so it's lucky that I had subtitles turned on, or we wouldn't know what she said, because apparently she said it, but we just didn't hear it. That's weird. She's slacking, Cassandra. So we have a new agent. Let's go to Blackwall. Who is there. Let's go to that camp, which is conveniently right next to where we want to find him. Do what Leliana says. That's weird, that's not happened before, that Cassandra's just remained silent.
Nothing to report, sir.
Oh, we're like right up at the top, aren't we? We have to... Don't just jump off the edge of the cliff, Mouse. Just go... Oh, I'm following the wrong thing. Don't mind me. I should be going this way. Let's have that blood lotus. Or should I be going this way? Should I be trying to go up? I'm just going to end up just lost. Everyone just blindly follows me, yes. I'm more for them because I obviously have no idea where I'm going. This is more promising, isn't it? We're up. We need to be high, on high ground. That's not high enough, Maps. Go back, go back. Yep, they expect me to know what's going on, but I don't know why, because it's not like I'm from around here. This is more like it. Let's just walk through the lake. Oh, I can claim some land. First stanza. We're really doing this this poem or this song backwards. We've had 6, 5, and now 1.
They will make us a fight, not us.
Blackwall.
Remember how to carry your shields. You're not hiding, you're holding. Otherwise, it's useless.
Blackwall? Warden Blackwall?
You're not... How do you know my name? Who said... Ah!
Oh.
That's it. Help or get out. We're dealing with these idiots first. Conscripts, here they come!
We're dealing with the idiots then. Whoops. That's that new fire ability that I've given Vivian.
I wasn't here to fight. Stop and think. Sorry, bastards. Good work, conscripts. Even if this shouldn't have happened, they could have... Well, thieves are made, not born. Take back what they stole. Go back to your families. You saved yourselves. You're no farmer. Why do you know my name? Who are you?
I've been called a lot of things lately by a lot of people.
Well, I'm talking to you. Stop dancing.
We're Inquisition, trying to find out why the Wardens disappeared and if it had anything to do with the Divine's murder.
Maker's balls. The Wardens and the Divine. That can't... No, you're asking so you don't really know. First off, I didn't know they disappeared. But we do that, right? No more blight, job done. Wardens are the first thing forgotten. But one thing I'll tell you, no Warden killed the Divine. Our purpose isn't political.
I'm not here to accuse. Not yet. I just need information. I've only found you. Where are the rest?
Where indeed?
I haven't seen any Wardens for months. I travel alone, recruiting. Not much interest because the Archdemon is a decade dead, and no need to conscript because there's no blight coming. Treaties give Wardens the right to take what we need, who we need. These idiots forced this fight, so I conscripted their victims. They had to do what I said, so I told them to stand. Next time they won't need me. Grey Wardens can inspire. Make you better than you think you are.
I wasn't aware Grey Wardens could take whatever they want.
It's complicated. If there's a blight, everyone has to help the effort to fight it. The treaties are ancient. Outside of blights, it's as binding as a clever tongue can make it.
It's been a pleasure, Warden Blackwall. But this didn't help at all.
Inquisition. Agent, did you say? Hold a moment. The Divine is dead and the sky is torn. Events like these, thinking we're absent is almost as bad as thinking we're involved. If you're trying to put things right, maybe you need a Warden. Maybe you need me.
We're getting everybody to join us today.
Warden Blackwall, the Inquisition accepts your offer.
Good to hear. We both need to know what's going on. And perhaps I've been keeping to myself for too long. This Warden walks with the Inquisition.
So, I guess it is time for Blackwell to join us for a little bit. I think, yeah, he's a warrior, so no Cassandra for now. Let's just have all the new people. Perfect. So, let's get this loot and then we can go to the Storm Coast. And I need to level up Blackwall. Ooh, a mosaic piece. Anything else I'm missing? Something over here. Ooh, a note. Charred paper. A letter found on the body of a bandit who stole some from refugees in the Hinterlands. The ink is smudged and only a few sentences can be made out. You can die pretending you'll earn back your soldier's honour, or you can do something with the skills that son of a bitch taught you. Spend some time with my boys. No one will know who you are in Ferelden, and it's not so bad. A little bit of smuggling, a little bit of extortion, you'll get used to it. Right, let's level him up. Blackwall, 7 points to spend. He's got a shield, hasn't he? So we should do some weapon and shield stuff. You can't be flanked by enemies. That's cool. I don't want him to do with the grappling chain because Cassandra's been the grappling chain's not been very helpful to me. So every time Cassandra uses it, they leave my range. Cutting words. Like Dungeons and Dragons. Great. So, let's just quickly look at this map to see what needs to be done here. There's this thing, which I don't think we can do yet. let's go to the Storm Coast. And we can talk to Blackwell as well, since we haven't spoken to him yet. My thought is that maybe if we go to Iron Bull and then we stop after that, if that's cool, and then we can start doing something new next time. Maybe do some exploring of the Storm Coast at the start of the next live stream next Saturday. Cool, we'll speak to Blackwell, we'll quickly go to the war table so that we can go to the Storm Coast, and then we can go and talk to the Iron Bull.
Have you seen the horses Master Dennett sent the Inquisition?
And then we can actually explore the Storm Coast next time.
Make her look at it. So much easier to ignore when it's far away.
It has flown by, yeah. Time has flown
And to
by this
actually
afternoon.
walk out of it. To be that close.
It's right there. We could take a trip if you're that curious.
I'm gonna have to decline. At least until I learn more about it. I have to admit, I thought you'd be...
Human.
Yes.
Being up front is better than knife fear.
It was a foolish thought. Should have known better than to say anything. It's what you do and how you do it that's important. Just one question then. How do you think you fit in with all this?
Well, that's sort of our answer last time, so let's go with this again.
It's been a whirlwind. It's hard to say where I fit.
I guess we'll have to figure that out. For me, I'll be satisfied so long as we find the bastards that killed the Divine. They owe us some answers.
Great. I still have an exclamation mark over here. I feel like Blackwell, I still need to be talking to Blackwell.
I've heard rumors of abandoned warden camps all over these parts. If we have time, I'd like to take a look. See if there's anything we can salvage.
Let's talk a bit about
Let's talk
wardens.
about the Grey Wardens. You must know a lot about them.
Ah, the wardens. I'm afraid we're less exciting than we seem.
Where have they gone?
So you have no idea where the rest of the Wardens are?
Do you find that odd? The Blight is over. We don't need an organized force. And orders don't change much from day to day. For the last 1,000 years or so, it's been just find Darkspawn, kill them, repeat as necessary.
The Blight's been over for 10 years. What do Wardens do when the world's not ending?
There are still Darkspawn. Just because we killed so many in Ferelden doesn't mean they're gone. And the world is not so peaceful that there's no use for good men with swords. Sometimes you have to figure out for yourself what the pledge to protect others really means. It's not always about just archdemons and blights.
Where were you during the Blight?
I was in Ferelden, on my own like always. Quietly killed my fair share of Darkspawn too.
Okay, let's stop.
Let's continue this at another time.
Yes.
As you wish. I'll be here if you need me.
Okay, whoops, sorry. I think we've got quite a lot done this stream. We've like doubled the size of our party, which is good. And we got the horses, which was the sort of plan. So, and in some streams I haven't got the horses. In some streams, in some playthroughs of this game, I haven't got the horses. In at least, I think one, maybe two, I just forgot completely about the horses. I got to the watchtowers bit, and then I forgot to actually do anything else.
How many people
Oops.
are going to die before this is over?
Let's go to the Storm Coast. Yeah, there is a lot to do. And there's more to come. Wonder if any of these tasks have been finished. Yeah, I can't believe I could forget the horses. It's true.
We are garnering interest from the capital.
You're not pleased?
I am not convinced we are prepared for the full scrutiny of Val Royeaux.
I mean, even when I've got the horses, I don't remember that I've got horses. So... The Cult of Andraste. It's incredible how many passages remained undiscovered even after the Chantry's arrival, and they scoured every inch of these mountains for years in search of anything related to the sacred ashes. The cult didn't build all of this, it was here long before, and who knows how many years it would take to find it all. Of the new passages uncovered during the search, most were long empty or contained goods far beyond salvage. A few, however, yielded some artifacts of interest, and one evidently contains strange runes we have yet to translate. If we can find someone capable of doing so, they might prove of use. Sounds like a plan. Now I could give Leliana something to do while we go off to the Storm Coast. Maybe this would it be possible to do the Vivienne one? A letter addressed to Vivienne lies opened on the table. A note has been added to the top, which means, Josephine, darling, you should take care of this. V. My dearest Vivienne, you cannot have heard the shocking allegations against the Inquisition, or surely you would never have been seen with them. Allow me, as a friend, to open your eyes. People are saying that divine Justinia is indeed alive, but that the Inquisition, her closest advisers and most trusted servants, have orchestrated all this chaos on her orders, that it was Seeker Pentagast and Sister Nightingale who sabotaged the Conclave in order to eliminate opposition within the Chantry, and cut off the heads of the Mage Rebellion and Templars in a single stroke. To save your own reputations, you must escape this acquaintance immediately. With deepest concern, Vicomtesse Elodie de Moreau. Right, Leliana, you do that, and we'll go to the Storm Coast. Yeah, it is good that you can have other tasks going on at the same time to get rewards and to go further. Storm Coast. Ferelden has not seen significant Grey Warden activity since Darkspawn attacked the city of Amaranthine 10 years ago. Amaranthine? Amaranthine? Can't remember. It's not unusual for their order to fade from public notice when there's no blight. However, recent reports claim that a group was travelling along the northern coastline. Wardens tend to follow their own agenda, but the breach has no doubt caught their attention. If they know something, then the Inquisition should find out. Great. The Wardens are reclusive but not untraceable. If there are signs of their message on the Storm Coast, my agents will find them. Let's go! We'll quickly start the Storm Coast. Sister Leliana, Lieutenant Harding led a small complement of soldiers to the Storm Coast region to investigate reports of Grey Warden activity. She sent word that her party had established a camp near the shore, but we have received nothing further. At this time, the status of Harding and her mission remains unknown. Rector, accept report. Yes, let's venture forth. Who should I have this time? Let's stick with the new people for now. And then we can always change next stream. Yeah, so many people to choose from. I always get indecisive, though, about who I should be taking with me. It was easier when there was just 4 of us. It's true. Yeah, that would be helpful if we could just have like a big party of loads of people. Let's go to the Storm Coast.
Your worship, for what it's worth, welcome to the Storm Coast. I would have sent word sooner, but our efforts have been delayed.
How so?
There's a group of bandits operating in the area. They know the terrain, and our small party has had trouble going up against them. Some of our soldiers went to speak with their leader. Haven't heard back, though.
I will look into it.
I'll do what I can to find our people.
Thank you, Your Worship. That's a relief. The soldiers didn't have an exact location for the bandits, but they were starting their search farther down the beach. With all this fuss, we haven't been able to conduct a proper search for the wardens either. Well, good luck, and enjoy the sea air. I hear it's good for the soul.
I can quickly go... Ooh, that sounds great.
I've news, sir.
Report.
What is it? You may want to look into this.
Okay, so let's quickly look at the map. Meet Iron Bull, that's the first thing. And then we can do this one next week. Good plan. I like this plan. Let's save quickly. Yeah, it just really doesn't sound like a good noise. Now I just have to work out how to get down. Oh, it looks like I can just walk. That's always good. Collect some of this elf root since we're here. Excuse me, Vivienne, for a second. Yay! I remembered to stealth it up. Anybody left? This one.
Chargers! Stand down! Krim! How'd we do?
5 or 6 wounded, Chief. No dead.
That's what I like to hear. Let the throat cutters finish up, then break out the casks. So, you're with the Inquisition, huh? Glad you can make it. Come on, have a seat. Drinks are coming.
You must be Iron Bull.
Iron Bull, I presume.
Yeah, the horns usually give it away. I assume you remember Cremisius Aclassi, my lieutenant.
Good to see you again. Throat cutters are done, Chief.
Already? Have them check again. I don't want any of those Tevinter bastards getting away. No offense, Krem.
None taken. At least a bastard knows who his mother was. Puts him one up on you Canary, right?
So, you've seen us fight. We're expensive, but we're worth it. And I'm sure the Inquisition can afford us.
Yeah, that's his head. He's got horns. You can play a Kunari, actually, as the Inquisitor. I've only played one once before.
How much is this going to cost me, exactly?
Wouldn't cost you anything personally. Unless you want to buy drinks later. Your ambassador, what's her name? Josephine. We'd go through her and get the payments set up. Gold will take care of itself. Don't worry about that. All that matters is we're worth it.
The Chargers seem like an excellent company.
They are, but you're not just getting the boys. You're getting me. You need a frontline bodyguard. I'm your man. Whatever it is. Demons? Dragons? The bigger the better. And there's one other thing. Might be useful. Might piss you off. Ever hear of the Ben Hasra?
I like Bull too. And to be fair, his shoulders are broader than the horns, so small doorways would generally just be a problem for him. Only a little. Or no. Would she have heard of the Ben Hasra? Let's go with no.
I've never heard of it.
It's a Canary order. They handle information, loyalty, security, all of it. Spies, basically. Or, well, we're spies. The Ben Hasrath are concerned about the breach. Magic out of control like that could cause trouble everywhere. I've been ordered to join the Inquisition, get close to the people in charge, and send reports on what's happening. But I also get reports from Ben Hasrath agents all over Royeaux. You sign me on, I'll share them with your people.
Guess what we're doing now.
All right, you're in.
Excellent. Prem, tell the men to finish drinking on the road. The Chargers just got hired.
Yay.
What about the casks, Chief? We just opened them up with axes.
Find some way to seal them. You're Tervinter, right? Try blood magic. We'll meet you back at Haven.
Awesome. So let's have the Iron Bull join the party. Oh, almost 2 AM. Oh gosh, that is quite late. Well, I'm finishing the live stream when I'm finishing this live stream now, so it's almost 5 here, 5 PM. Let's have Vivienne for a bit and keep Sarah. And now let's very quickly set up the quest map for next time so that we know what we're doing and I don't forget. We want to advance to the rendezvous point. And then cool. That's us for today. Let's stop there. It's a good way to end with another party member. So yeah, thanks for joining me today. It was really good, productive stream and lots of fun. I'll be back again tomorrow with Life is Strange episode 3 at 8 AM. And my next Dragon Age Inquisition stream will be next Saturday at 10 AM, so much earlier next weekend than usual. Yeah, I hope you managed to get some sleep. I'm not sure how to pronounce your username, Seyunk, but I hope you get some sleep and get some rest, and that your doormates don't wake you up. And thank you, Phil. Yeah, if I don't see you tomorrow, hopefully see you again at some point in the future. And thanks for joining me. And I hope you have a great week next week. And thank you. I hope that the course is good too for me. Good night, and good evening, and enjoy the rest of your weekend and the start of your next week. Thanks everybody for watching and for talking to me in the chat. I'm gonna stop now. Great. See you soon then. Take care. Bye.